He-Jin sat in his meditation room aboard the Seoul orbital station, his eyes closed and his breath steady. The full moon shone through the large window, its light filling the small space. At 65 years old, he had spent most of his life teaching others how to find peace in their minds. Now, living in space, he found that the view of Earth and the moon made meditation even deeper. The space station's lights were dimmed for the night cycle. Only the soft blue glow from the emergency strips lit the corridors outside. He-Jin liked this time best, when most of the crew slept, and the usual noises of the station grew quiet. As he sank deeper into his meditation, something felt different. The familiar warmth in his chest spread faster than usual, and his mind felt sharper, clearer. Through his closed eyelids, he sensed the moonlight growing stronger. The station's alarm suddenly broke the silence. Warning: unknown object approaching. All personnel to safety stations. He-Jin opened his eyes slowly, but he stayed in his meditation pose. Years of practice had taught him to remain calm in any situation. Through the window, he saw something that made his heart beat faster. A massive ship, unlike anything humans had built, moving toward the station. The ship was dark and smooth, with no visible windows or doors. It glowed with a faint purple light that seemed to pulse like a heartbeat. As He-Jin watched, smaller objects began to leave the ship, heading straight for the station. Security breach detected in Sector 7. Unknown energy signatures detected. All personnel evacuate immediately. But He-Jin didn't move. He noticed something strange. Whenever the purple light from the alien ship grew stronger, his meditation energy seemed to push back against it. It reminded him of two magnets fighting each other. The station shook. Through the window, He-Jin saw the alien devices trying to cut through the station's hull. But where the purple energy met the metal near his meditation room, it seemed to weaken and fade. He-Jin closed his eyes again and focused harder on his meditation. The warm energy in his chest grew stronger. He could feel it spreading out from his body, filling the room, pushing against something cold and alien that tried to enter. The station's commander, Kim Yuri, ran into the meditation room. "Master He-Jin, you must evacuate now. They're trying to." She stopped talking as she saw what was happening. The purple light from the alien devices couldn't get past the windows of He-Jin's meditation room. It was as if an invisible wall kept it back. "Commander," He-Jin said calmly, his eyes still closed, "please observe. The meditation energy, it stops them." Yuri stared in amazement as the alien devices near He-Jin's room began to fail. Their purple light flickered and died. Soon, they floated away uselessly into space. Above them, the massive alien ship's lights also began to flicker. He-Jin opened his eyes and looked at the commander. "In all my years of teaching meditation, I never expected this. It seems our minds are stronger than we knew." Yuri quickly pulled out her tablet and started recording everything. "This is incredible. Your meditation somehow interferes with their technology." "But how?" "I believe," He-Jin said, looking at the full moon, "that we have only begun to understand. The moon's light, our minds, this energy we create when we meditate, they are all connected. And now, it seems, they are our best defense against whatever comes from the stars." The alien ship retreated, its purple light now weak and unsteady. As it disappeared into space, He-Jin and Yuri knew that everything had changed. Humanity had just discovered its greatest strength wasn't in weapons or technology, but in the power of the focused human mind. 3 days after the alien ship's retreat, Jae-won stood in her lab on the Seoul orbital station, watching He-Jin meditate. As the station's lead scientist, she had never paid much attention to meditation before. Now she couldn't take her eyes off the readings on her screens. "This is amazing," she said, adjusting her glasses. "Your brainwaves create patterns I've never seen before." She looked at the peaceful old man sitting on the floor, surrounded by her measuring devices. He-Jin opened one eye and smiled. "The body and mind hold many secrets, Jae-won. Science is just beginning to understand what ancient wisdom has always known. The door slid open, and Commander Yuri walked in quickly. "They're back," she said. "But this time, they're trying to talk to us." The main screen in the lab turned on, showing a large alien ship. Unlike the first one, this ship glowed with soft white light instead of purple. It had stopped far from the station and was sending out regular pulses of light. "They're broadcasting a message," Yuri explained. "Our computers are trying to understand it." Jai-1 typed rapidly on her keyboard, and strange symbols appeared on another screen. "It looks like mathematics," she said. "Basic equations. They're trying to build a common language." He-Jin stood up slowly, his joints creaking a little. "May I try something?" he asked. When Yuri nodded, he sat at Jai-1's computer and began typing numbers that corresponded to meditation breathing patterns. The alien ship's response was immediate. Its lights changed to match the pattern He-Jin had sent. "They understand," He-Jin said softly. "They know we communicate through mental energy, just like they do." Over the next few hours, Jai-1 and He-Jin worked together to understand more about the aliens. Through their mathematical exchanges, they learned that the aliens called themselves the Mindweavers. They were a species that had developed their mental powers using technology, unlike humans who could do it naturally. "Look at this," Jai-1 said, pointing to new symbols on her screen. "They've conquered 12 other species in our galaxy. All of them fell to their psychic weapons. But our meditation, it's the first thing that has ever stopped them." Commander Yuri frowned. "So they're not friendly after all. They're invaders." "Not exactly," He-Jin said, reading more symbols. "They are curious, confused. They want to know how we can do naturally what took them thousands of years to achieve with machines." Just then, the alien ship sent a new message. Ji-1 gasped as she translated it. "They're asking for permission to send one of their people to meet us. They want to learn about human meditation." Yuri shook her head. "It could be a trap." "No," He-Jin said firmly. "Their confusion is real. I can feel it in their messages. They have spent so long believing they were the most advanced beings in space. Now they have found humans who can match their power just by sitting quietly and breathing." Jai-1 looked at her readings again. "The Mindweaver's technology seems to work by creating artificial mental energy, but He-Jin's meditation creates the same kind of energy naturally. We're doing by nature what they need huge machines to accomplish." Commander Yuri thought for a moment, then nodded. "Very well. Tell them they can send one representative, but He-Jin must be present at the meeting. If they try anything, his meditation will protect us." As Jai-1 sent the message, He-Jin looked out the window at Earth below. Humanity's first real contact with aliens would happen not through weapons or traditional diplomacy, but through the ancient art of meditation. The thought made him smile. Young Mei walked through the old library in the Seoul National University, running her fingers along the spines of ancient books. As an expert in lunar traditions, she had spent years studying how Korea's ancestors viewed the moon. Now, after hearing about He-Jin's discovery on the space station, her research suddenly seemed more important than ever. The library's quiet was broken by the sound of footsteps. Ji-1 and He-Jin had come from the space station to meet her. Their faces showed both tiredness and excitement. "Thank you for helping us," Jai-1 said, setting up her computer on an old wooden table. "We need to understand why meditation works better during full moons." Young Mei pulled out a very old book and opened it carefully. "Our ancestors knew things we forgot," she said, pointing to drawings of people meditating under full moons. "These books show that important ceremonies always happen during full moons. They believed the moon gave their prayers extra power." He-Jin looked at the drawings with great interest. "When I meditate on the space station, I feel stronger when the moon is full. At first, I thought it was just in my mind." Young Mei shook her head. "It's not just in your mind. Look at this." She showed them another book with detailed charts of the moon's phases. Our ancestors made careful notes about how the moon affected their meditation. They even built their temples in places where moonlight would hit special meditation spots. Jai-1 typed quickly on her computer, comparing the old charts to her modern readings. "This is incredible," she said. "The moon's gravity creates waves in Earth's magnetic field. These waves match the frequency of human brainwaves during deep meditation. The moon is like a big mirror," Young-Mi explained, drawing a simple diagram. "It doesn't just reflect sunlight. It also reflects and strengthens the energy from our minds." He-Jin closed his eyes for a moment. "That's why the aliens' weapons failed near my meditation room. The moon was full, and its light was coming through my window. It made my meditation stronger." Jai-1 suddenly sat up straight. "That's it. The Mindweaver's technology works by creating artificial mind energy. But when our natural meditation energy gets amplified by the moon, it's more powerful than their machines." Young-Mi pulled out more books, showing them to He-Jin and Ji-1. These old writings talk about groups of people meditating together under full moons. They said it could prevent disasters and protect the land. "They weren't just stories," He-Jin said quietly. "They were instructions, warnings. They knew that someday we would need this knowledge." Jai-1 made quick calculations on her computer. If we built meditation centers on the moon itself, the effect would be even stronger. We could create a shield around Earth. Young-Mi smiled. "Our ancestors built their temples to catch moonlight. Now we need to build them on the moon itself." He-Jin stood up and walked to the library window, looking at the moon in the afternoon sky. "We must teach more people to meditate properly, not just for peace of mind now, but for Earth's protection." "I'll contact Commander Yuri," Jai-1 said, already sending a message. "We need to start building moon bases designed for meditation." As the three of them looked at more ancient books, they felt a deep connection to their ancestors. Thousands of years ago, their people had learned the moon's secret. They had written it down and saved it, waiting for the day when humanity would need it most. That day had finally come. He stood at the window of the new moon base Alpha, watching Earth rise over the lunar horizon. 6 months had passed since He-Jin's discovery, and everything had changed. The base, built in record time, now housed 50 of Earth's best meditation practitioners. "Your evening class starts in 10 minutes, He-Jin said, walking up beside his best student. At 28, Tahi had shown an amazing talent for teaching others how to meditate. "Master He-Jin," she said, turning to face him, "do you think we'll be ready? The long-range scanners show more alien ships coming." Before He-Jin could answer, Jai-1 rushed into the room. "You both need to see this," she said, leading them to the base's main control room. The control room's big screen showed hundreds of purple dots moving toward Earth. Each dot was a Mindweaver ship. Commander Yuri's face appeared on another screen, broadcasting from the Seoul orbital station. "We've detected over 500 ships," Yuri said, her face serious. "They'll reach us in 2 weeks. Are the meditation centers ready?" He-Jin nodded. "We have bases on the moon's near side and far side, plus 20 new meditation centers on Earth. Tahi has trained over 2,000 people." Tahi stepped forward. "We discovered something important yesterday. When we meditate in groups, following the same breathing pattern, the moon's amplification effect grows stronger." Jai-1 typed quickly on her computer. "She's right. Look at these readings. 10 people meditating together create energy equal to 50 people meditating alone." "Then we need more group sessions," Yuri said. "How many people can you train in 2 weeks?" Tahi thought for a moment. "If we use the virtual reality training programs Jai-1 developed, we could teach basic meditation to another 1,000 people. The moon will make their practice stronger, even if they're beginners." He-Jin walked to a large map showing all Earth's meditation centers. "We should connect all the centers. When the attack comes, everyone needs to meditate at the same time. The moon will amplify all of it. Over the next 2 weeks, Tahi barely slept. She spent every hour teaching new groups how to meditate. The virtual reality programs helped people learn faster, showing them exactly how their mind should feel during deep meditation. Hajin worked with Jaiwan to set up a global network. They needed all meditation centers to work together, creating a shield of mental energy around Earth. The moon would make this energy strong enough to stop any alien weapon. "Look at this," Jaiwan said one evening, showing them a test result. "When we time the meditation pulses with the moon's orbit, the effect doubles. We're creating waves of energy that no technology can break through." Commander Yuri called daily for updates. The alien fleet kept growing bigger. By the final day of preparation, their scans showed over 1,000 ships approaching Earth. "Tomorrow is a full moon," Hajin said to his students in Moon Base Alpha. "The Mindweavers think they can overwhelm us with numbers. They don't understand that our strength comes from working together, from joining our minds as one." Tahi looked at the meditation hall, now filled with people practicing. "Every human culture has some form of meditation," she said. "Maybe this is why, deep in our history, we always knew this day would come." As the alien fleet drew closer, Earth prepared for a battle unlike any in human history. It would not be fought with weapons or ships, but with the quiet power of thousands of minds working together, amplified by humanity's oldest friend in space, the moon itself. The day of the lunar eclipse arrived. Hajin sat in the center of Moon Base Alpha's main meditation hall, surrounded by 50 other practitioners. On the screens around them, they could see meditation centers all across Earth preparing for the battle. "The Mindweaver fleet will reach us in 1 hour," Commander Yuri's voice came through the speakers. "They're timing their attack with the eclipse, thinking the moon's power will be weakest then." Tahi smiled from her position beside Jin. "They don't understand. During an eclipse, the Earth, Moon, and Sun align perfectly. Our meditation power will actually be strongest." Jaiwan watched her instruments from the control room. "All meditation centers report ready. We have over 5,000 people prepared to meditate together. The moon bases are fully staffed." The first alien ships appeared as bright purple dots in the dark sky. They moved in a huge circle around Earth, their weapons glowing brighter and brighter. The Mindweavers were preparing their biggest psychic attack ever. "Everyone, take your positions," Hajin said calmly into the global communication system. "Remember your training. Breathe together. Let your minds become one with each other and with the moon." As the eclipse began, darkness slowly covered the moon. The alien ships moved closer, their purple energy becoming so bright it looked like a giant net around Earth. "They're starting their attack," Yuri reported. "All centers, begin meditation now." Hajin took a deep breath and closed his eyes. Around him, in the moon base, and in centers all across Earth, thousands of people did the same. They breathed together, their minds joining in a single, peaceful purpose. The Mindweavers struck first. Purple energy beams shot from their ships toward Earth. But something amazing happened. As each beam hit the layer of meditation energy around the planet, it changed from purple to soft white light and harmlessly faded away. "It's working," G1 shouted, watching her screens. "The combined meditation energy is converting their attacks into harmless light." The aliens attacked harder. Hundreds of ships fired at once, trying to break through. But with each attack, the meditation shield grew stronger. The moon, even in eclipse, amplified the human minds working together. Tahi opened her eyes for a moment and gasped. The meditation energy had become visible, a beautiful, shifting curtain of white and blue light surrounding Earth, like a peaceful version of the Northern Lights. The Mindweavers tried one final massive attack. Every ship fired at once, creating a huge wave of purple energy. Hajin felt it coming and sent a message to all meditators. "Don't fight the attack. Accept it. Transform it. Show them the power of peace." As the purple wave hit Earth's shield, something unexpected happened. Instead of being stopped or destroyed, the alien energy was completely transformed. The purple light turned pure white, then flowed back toward the Mindweaver ships. The alien fleet's weapons suddenly stopped working. Their ships' lights flickered and dimmed. The transformed energy had changed their own technology, turning their weapons into useless metal. "They're retreating," Yuri announced. "Half their fleet is completely powerless. The others are turning away." Heijin opened his eyes and looked at the amazing sight. Thousands of alien ships were drifting in space, their purple glow gone. Others were flying away as fast as they could. Earth's meditation shield shimmered peacefully, protecting the planet without destroying a single alien life. "We won," Tahi said softly, "not by fighting, but by transforming their energy with our own." As the eclipse ended and moonlight returned, humanity had proved that the most powerful force in the universe wasn't weapons or technology, but the simple, peaceful power of minds working together in harmony. 3 days after the Great Battle, Do-hyun stood in front of a damaged Mindweaver ship that had landed near Moon Base Alpha. As Earth's best xenolinguist, he had spent years studying how to talk with aliens. Now he would finally use those skills. "The ship's crew is ready to meet us," Commander Yuri said, checking her tablet. "They've agreed to leave all their technology behind." Heijin and Tai, he stood with Do-hyun as the ship's door slowly opened. 3 tall figures walked out. The Mindweavers looked almost human, except for their silver skin and large dark eyes. They moved gracefully in the moon's low gravity. "Welcome to Moon Base Alpha," Do-hyun said, sending both words and peaceful mental images. He had learned that the Mindweavers communicated best through pictures in the mind. The tallest alien stepped forward. Through a mixture of mental images and simple sounds, it introduced itself as Kira, a teacher of psychic science. The other 2 were Rovai and Milo, students of mental energy. "We have never failed before," Kira's mental images showed. "In all our travels, no species has turned our energy back at us. How did you do this without machines?" Do-hyun translated for everyone. Heijin smiled and sat down on the lunar soil, inviting the aliens to join him. To everyone's surprise, they did, copying his meditation pose perfectly. "Your people use machines to create mental energy," Heijin said as Do-hyun translated. "We learned to make this energy naturally, through thousands of years of practice. The moon helps us focus this power." The aliens shared images of their history. They had once been like humans, able to create mental energy naturally. But they became too dependent on machines, and over many generations, they lost their natural abilities. "We thought we were making ourselves stronger," Kira's images showed. "But watching you transform our attacks showed us how much we have lost." Tahi sat down with them. "Perhaps we can learn from each other," she said. "You understand the science of mental energy better than we do. We know how to create it naturally." The aliens' eyes widened as they felt the peaceful energy coming from Heijin and Tai. It was pure and clean, unlike the artificial energy from their machines. "The other ships that lost power," Yuri asked through Do-hyun, "can they be helped?" Rovai sent images of the disabled ships. When Earth's meditation energy transformed their weapons, it had shown them a new way of thinking. Many Mindweavers now wanted to learn this peaceful power. "We have meditation centers all over Earth," Heijin said. "Perhaps we could build new ones where humans and Mindweavers learn together." Milo, the youngest alien, suddenly closed its eyes and tried to meditate. A small natural energy began to glow around it, something no Mindweaver had done in centuries. "It's still inside us," Kira said through mental images, watching Milo with amazement. "The natural power. We just forgot how to use it." Do-hyun felt a deep joy as he translated these exchanges. The Mindweavers had come as invaders, but they would leave as students and friends. Their defeat had not destroyed them. It had shown them a better way. "The moon has always been a symbol of change," Jin said, looking up at Earth hanging in the black sky. Now it has helped change the course of two civilizations. As humans and aliens sat together on the moon's surface, their minds opened to new possibilities. Both species knew that this was just the beginning of a remarkable journey together. Sun Yi walked through the newly built Harmony Center in Seoul, making sure everything was ready for the first official delegation of Mindweavers. As Earth's chief diplomat for alien relations, she had spent the last month preparing for this historic day. The meditation hall was beautiful, combining human and Mindweaver design. The ceiling opened to the sky, letting in both sunlight and moonlight. The walls showed moving patterns of energy that the Mindweavers had created, helping students understand how mental energy flowed. "The first group has arrived," Jin said, entering the hall. He had just returned from Moonbase Alpha, where he had been teaching basic meditation to Mindweaver scientists. Sun Yi nodded and straightened her formal robe. "How many are coming today?" 20 Mindweavers, Jin replied, including Kira and the young one, Milo, who has shown amazing progress in natural meditation. The main doors opened, and the Mindweaver delegation entered. Their silver skin gleamed in the sunlight, and they wore simple white robes like their human hosts. Milo walked at the front, now able to create a gentle glow of natural energy without any machines. "Welcome to Earth," Sun Yi said warmly, as Do-hyun translated both her words and mental images. "This center will be a place of learning for both our peoples." Kara stepped forward, sharing images of gratitude and hope. In the months since the battle, many Mindweavers had started questioning their dependence on machines. They wanted to reconnect with their natural abilities. Tahi arrived with a group of human students. "Today, we will try something new," she announced. "Humans and Mindweavers will meditate together, sharing their experiences directly through mental energy." The students sat in a circle, aliens and humans alternating. Jin guided them through a basic breathing exercise. Soon, the room filled with a soft light as both species' mental energies began to mix and flow together. Milo suddenly sent a clear mental message that everyone could understand. "We see your memories. Your ancestors building temples under the moon, teaching these techniques through generations, waiting for this moment." The human students gasped. They could see Mindweaver memories too, a beautiful home world, the excitement of first space travel, but also the sadness of losing their natural powers as they relied more on machines. This is more than just meditation practice, Sun Yi realized, watching the exchange. They're sharing their entire histories, their hopes, their fears. They're truly understanding each other. Jin smiled as he watched humans and aliens learning together. The Mindweavers came looking for conquest, but found connection instead. Sometimes, the greatest victory is making a friend out of an enemy. Over the next few hours, more amazing things happened. The Mindweavers learned to create mental energy without their machines, while humans learned to focus their power more precisely. Together, they were creating something new, a perfect blend of natural ability and scientific understanding. "Look," Tahi said, pointing to where Milo sat with a young human student. The two were creating beautiful patterns of light in the air, mixing their mental energies in ways neither species had seen before. Sun Yan made notes for her report to Earth's leaders. This was more successful than anyone had hoped. The Mindweavers weren't just learning meditation. They were rediscovering a lost part of themselves. And humans were learning too, growing stronger and wiser through this new friendship. 1 year after the Great Battle, Jin stood on the observation deck of the new Human Mindweaver Academy of Consciousness Studies. The building was a marvel of both human and alien design, built into the moon's surface with crystal domes that caught both sunlight and earthlight. Below him, in the main meditation hall, hundreds of students from both species practiced together. The sight still filled him with wonder. Young humans and Mindweavers sat side by side, their combined mental energy creating beautiful patterns of light that danced across the dome. "The latest research results are in," Jai-Won said, walking up to him with her tablet. After a year of studying both species, she had made remarkable discoveries. When humans and mindweavers meditate together, they create energy patterns we've never seen before. It's like a whole new form of power. Tahi entered the observation deck, followed by Milo. The young mindweaver had become one of their best students and now helped teach others. Together, they had developed new meditation techniques that combined human tradition with mindweaver science. The first graduation ceremony begins in an hour, Tahi reminded them. 200 students will receive their certificates today. Hejin nodded, remembering how far they had come. The academy now had branches on Earth, the Moon, and even on the Mindweaver homeworld. What had started as a defense against invasion had grown into the greatest peace project in human history. Commander Yuri, now Director of Interspecies Relations, joined them with Kira. The Mindweaver teacher had become Earth's strongest ally, helping other alien species understand the value of natural mental abilities. The Academy's success has changed everything, Yuri said. 3 more alien species have asked to join our program. They all want to learn this balance between technology and natural power. Kara shared mental images of their progress. Across the galaxy, societies that once relied only on machines were rediscovering their natural mental abilities. The age of conquest was ending, replaced by an era of learning and growth. In the meditation hall below, a group of students demonstrated their final project. Human and Mindweaver minds worked together, creating a perfect model of the solar system in glowing energy. Each planet and moon shone with its own light, showing how mental energy flowed through space. To think, Hejin said softly, all of this started because our ancestors knew the moon's power. They kept that knowledge alive through thousands of years, waiting for the day we would need it most. Jaiwan smiled, checking her instruments. And now we're discovering things they never imagined. Each day, our students make new breakthroughs. The combination of human intuition and Mindweaver science is incredibly powerful. As the graduation ceremony began, Hojin looked at the Earth hanging in the black sky. The blue planet glowed peacefully, protected not by weapons but by understanding. Around it, ships from a dozen alien worlds moved harmoniously, carrying new students to the academy. We have opened a door that can never be closed, Tahi said, watching human and alien families arrive for the ceremony. Future generations will grow up knowing that the greatest power in the universe isn't force or technology. It's the ability to reach out, connect, and grow together. Hejin touched the moon's surface through the viewing window.